Three Growlers, a show for craft beer drinkers like you, by craft beer drinkers like you. Brought to you by Beerploma. Check us out at our website, beerploma.com, for more information about us.
Second try, yeah, go Chris.
Drop the juice!
Man. Good job. Well, everybody, welcome to our April episodes of Three Growlers. This is our third episode of the second season, and today's episode is about getting ready for summer and the great seasonal IPAs that are out there and available to you.
Summer? What's that?
That's right. Just yesterday we did get a couple inches of snow, but hey, welcome to Minnesota, the only state where you get all four seasons in 1 week. We're going to dispense with the upcoming events, guys, because I just got a little plea that I want to shout out there. Folks, we're trying to build a craft beer show for you guys, and we want your input on it. So whether you contact us via Facebook, Twitter, leave a comment on YouTube, let us know how we're doing. Just give us a comment. What do you want to see in for future episodes? What do you like? At the very least, let us know that you like the show by clicking that like button or sharing our video on your Facebook page. There's so many different ways that you can let us know that you're actually watching our show. I mean, it's quite astounding, actually, there. So we would like a little bit more feedback, though, from our audience to make sure that we're going in the right direction for you guys. So let's make this your show, because that's what our goal is. So without further ado, though, let's...
We got some events coming up?
No, we don't. No events this week. We're going to pass by up on that. So, so with that said, I'm Will.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Jason.
And we're the Three Growlers. So let's get into the beers. First off, we got a little bit of a surprise beer today, and we have the new Spotlight that just came out by 3rd Street Brewing. Mm-hmm. So let's reach into our Brewbicle box and let's grab that. Okay, Chris. So this is the Brewbicle. For more about great beer storage and beer storage devices, go to brewbicle.com for more information.
All right, first up in the Brewbicle is 3rd Street Brewhouse, and we have a Spotlight India Pale Ale.
Okay, so our first one, as we said earlier, is this is the New Spring Seasonal by 3rd Street, and this is a Spotlight India Pale Ale. So it just came out, and it should be available in most liquor stores in your area that sells 3rd Street, available in 6-packs. Chris, want to crack her open?
I'd be glad to. All right. Oh, yes, cannot forget.
Is this a seasonal beer? Is this
Yeah, supposedly it's their New Spring Seasonal, but I would not be surprised if this turned out into something that you would see more regularly. After all, I mean, every brewery right now has to brew a India Pale Ale of some form. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. First, we're going to hold it up to the light here. It's got a slightly hazy, what would you call that? A slightly reddish gold color.
I call it like a honey, like a...
Yeah, that's a good description. I like that one. Good, thick, white, foamy head onto it. It has a really sweet... I mean, I'm used to Cascade hops giving off that grapefruit taste, but I'm used to a yellow grapefruit, where here I'm getting more of like a Texas red grapefruit.
I'll take your word for that. I just kind of chalk the smell up to like fresh cut grass or dandelions or flowers.
Flowers, that's what I was thinking.
You guys have to be more up on my red versus...
Well, Cascade hops should give you a citrusy aroma to it. This is 7.3 ABV, so it's pretty high up there for an IPA, but well, you don't taste the 7.3.
No, very smooth.
Very smooth.
It's got a little bit more of a heavier mouthfeel that I'm used to. It's got more of a... I mean, it's not like a heavy mouthfeel like a porter or stout, but it's a little bit thicker for an IPA. Other than that, real crisp. I mean, doesn't linger a whole lot. Mm-hmm. Nice bitterness to it. Well, what are your thoughts, Jason?
I do. I like it a lot. It's fresh.
It is. It has a very good fresh taste.
Yeah.
It's like I would think of summer, like something I would drink in the summer when it's nice and hot out. If it ever gets there.
And it has a great aftertaste. It doesn't get kind of skunky on the aftertaste. Holds that flavor and sweetness all the way through.
Yeah, and there's a maltiness to it too that's also peeking out from around the corner a little bit. So, but I mean, it's definitely, the forward presence is definitely all the hops. But you just catch a little bit of a sweet, biscuity, I guess is the term.
So when you talk to the breweries, do they ever tell you how they came up with the names at all? Spotlight?
That's kind of interesting that you say that. And if you guys go back into our archives, one of our first podcasts was with 3rd Street, and they explained the names of how they came up with Jacked Up, Sugar Shack, Rise to the Top, Bitter Neighbor, and Lost Trout. So if you guys do want a history of where their names come from, that's a good starting point for 3rd Street. So, but great question. In the case of Spotlight, I don't know. But they did have a brief description here on the side of the bottle. Let's read that. Help us shine a light on these extraordinary team members. So I guess this is like their, this is their, what's the word I'm looking for here, Chris?
Employee recognition.
Yeah, employee recognition, that this is their shout out to what, it might even be something that the employees wanted to brew to add to their lineup. Because they were one of the few breweries in Minnesota that I know that didn't have a regular IPA that came out. So they do have a 3-way, which is their just their regular pale ale, which we've had on the show before. So, but this is a great addition, guys. Guys at 3rd Street, here's to you. Prost.
Prost. Nicely done for making a stronger beer that's great to have in the summer.
Yeah, I really enjoy this. I could really sit in the garage and kick back a couple of these, no problem.
Yeah. Well, with the high ABV, I'd be happy kicking back one.
Fair enough. Okay. So now for our next beer, we are going to trek a little bit out to the west. Actually, they're both out in the west. I don't know what I'm talking about. But we're going to go a little bit more south, closer to the cities. And we are going to pull Excelsior, and we're going to pull their XLCR. Chris, if you don't mind grabbing that from the brew pull down there. That's the big bomber.
All right, here we are. So, Excelsior Brewing Company.
I'm going to get close up to that.
All right.
And this is the Excelsior, just right out by the lake there?
Yep, by Lake Minnetonka.
Excelsior, it's nice here.
By the way, for those of you guys who don't know, Excelsior, well, right now we're in the process of determining who's winning our March Madness bracket, but right now, Excelsior is one of the 2 finalists going up against Town Hall Brewery.
Who you rooting for, Will?
I'm not allowed to root for anybody, so... So this is a 5.8 American Pale Ale. So, and according to their online description, this should have a floral-like aroma, malty taste, and an amber color. And I've definitely seen that amber color in there. This one is also a little bit more clear than the Spotlight. Look at that brown head.
Yeah.
That's got a really brown head.
You think it's a little more red than the other one was?
Well,
Yeah,
take a look at them side by side. Definitely more
I
red.
thought you said
Yeah, it's,
clear for some reason.
Oh no, more
Yeah.
clear. Yeah.
It's a deeper orange.
Oh.
I mean, as in like the beer is clear. There's not as much.
Yeah,
Like,
the other
if
one's
you look
hazy,
at,
wasn't
yeah,
it?
this one's hazy, and this one you can almost see through.
Yep. I'm not really getting much on the aroma. It's real light.
The other one was...
Well, on the Spotlight, I was getting that fresh cut grass, that real floral aroma. This, I'm just getting real light, maybe white grape.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. On first taste, I'm definitely noticing way more malty notes in this one. It's much sweeter.
Yes, it is.
Much sweeter. The hops presence is much more toned down on this one.
What are you getting from mouthfeel? For me, it feels lighter.
It's much lighter. This is more of what I expect out of a pale ale. Where I felt that the Spotlight was heavier. Not that that's a bad thing. I just felt it was a little bit more heavier on the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
So was a pale ale a summer beer typically, or?
Spring to summer. Spring to summer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's definitely this time of year. And this is actually this tastes like a good spring beer. Where the Spotlight I would more move to the summertime. This one I would keep right here in the spring.
It's good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think it's very impressive how they had that malty flavor without it getting too too sugary or coating the mouth too much.
And you're right about that head. Look at that head on that.
Well, it sticks around.
Yeah. You know, they say a well-crafted beer should have a 7-minute head.
7 minutes.
7 minutes. I really like this one. I mean, it's like a good cross between an amber and a pale ale. I mean, they did a really good job blending this one. It's not.
So is there something that you put in there to make it the head hang around longer? Or carbonation?
You know, there's a lot of factors that can deal with that. It has to do with protein bonding. I think is the scientific part of what keeps the head sticking around. It's not a sign of well, I mean, it is a sign of a good beer if the head sticks around longer. But this isn't a knock Third Street's style. I mean, the Third Street, the head might not stick around because of the increased hops presence in that one might take care of that head a lot faster. So it's not to say that in this case it might not be, but if you were to open up 2 of these and one of them had a really good head on it and the other one didn't, that's because the proteins are breaking apart, and that must mean that the one that had the least amount of head is actually an older beer.
Older?
Is an older beer. Yep. Should also be flatter too. Right. Good enough. Well, guys, I think that's all we have for today. So, unless you guys have anything else?
No, I think that's about it.
Okay, that's our show for the day. So, remember, if you like this video, click like, leave us a comment on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Let us know that you're out there, and let us know what we can do to make this show better for you guys. So, without further ado, that is the end of our show. Prost!
Oh, Prost!